Born in Quincy, Illinois in 1946 and raised on his family's grain and livestock farm, Douglas Dean Sims was the oldest of 4 children born to Dean and Mary Jane Sims. As with many Illinois farm boys, the 4-H program and the Future Farmers of America program both played an important role in his childhood. After graduating from high school in 1964, Doug attended the University of Illinois, where he studied agricultural economics. During his summer break in 1966, he traveled to the hills of India with the YMCA, a trip that had a profound impact on him and helped shape his future career.
As I took that experience and brought it into my business career, it made me understand the importance of lifelong learning, lifelong understanding about change and how change affects our personal lives, our business lives, and the importance of adapting to that and at the same time keeping your basic values intact.
Another life-changing and extremely important event occurred that same summer. Doug proposed to his college sweetheart, Nancy Mueller. The two were married in August 1967 and both graduated from college a year later. They later started a family and raised 2 wonderful children, Rob and Ann. Doug served 6 months of active duty in the Army immediately after graduation and then signed on for 7 years in the reserves. He launched his long career within the farm credit system when, in 1969, he accepted a position as a business analyst at the St. Louis Bank for Cooperatives. In 1982, Doug was named president and CEO of the St. Louis Bank for Cooperatives and 4 years later became president and chief operating officer of all 3 St. Louis farm credit banks. It was during this time that he truly became known as an outstanding statesman for the entire farm credit system and rural America. In the 1980s, American agriculture and the farm economy experienced a serious decline. Doug spent weeks on end in Washington, D.C., working with members of Congress and other farm credit leaders to forge an innovative solution to the crisis and to save the farm credit system from collapse. His dedicated and tireless efforts are widely recognized by people within farm credit and within the halls of Congress.
If the financial crisis of the middle 80s was our Valley Forge in the farm credit system, then Doug Sims was our George Washington.
Another defining moment in Doug's career came in 1988 when he played a key role in the creation of CoBank. When the bank began operations in 1989, Doug became its chief operating officer, a position he held for the next 5 years. During these early years, Doug was instrumental in establishing the core values, credit standards, and operating procedures of this newly established bank. In 1994, Doug was named CoBank's CEO. Over the next 12 years, he boldly looked for ways to strengthen the bank and move it forward, all with the goal of serving rural America as broadly as possible. For instance, in 2001, he oversaw the bank's first issuance of preferred stock, which brought $500 million of new investment capital for the benefit of the bank's cooperative members. This innovative accomplishment was at the time the largest and most successful issuance in the history of the farm credit system and has served as a model for other cooperatives. Doug also successfully managed 15 mergers and acquisitions during his tenure, pursued new opportunities for co-ops both domestically and internationally, and created a culture within CoBank that embraces cooperative principles in education. With Doug's leadership during CoBank's formative years, the bank established itself as one of our nation's premier cooperative financial institutions. Doug's personal support of cooperative education is legendary. He has been an ardent supporter for programs for young leaders, often speaking to issues of integrity and leadership by example. He served as chairman of the Graduate Institute of Cooperative Leadership at the University of Missouri and the Farmhouse Foundation in Kansas City, and is a sought-after speaker on agricultural finance trends, cooperative business, and corporate governance. He also served as chairman of the National Council of Farmer Cooperatives during a time of great change for the organization and played a pivotal role in its success. Internationally, Doug advocated for the creation of the ACE Center to create new marketing for co-op products in Europe, led various delegations to global trade meetings to grow and enhance our cooperative system, and opened CoBank's first representative office outside of the United States. Doug often said that cooperatives address three important needs in a community. One, they are businesses to be run for the benefit of the members. Two, they are a political entity that provides leadership in the community. And three, they are social organizations through which people gain a sense of community. For the past 40 years, Doug Sims, through his passion for rural America, devotion to cooperative principles, and tireless leadership, has helped to build a stronger cooperative community. Tonight, we honor him for all that he has done with induction into the Cooperative Hall of Fame.